Another episode of Savagetimetv. I'm your host, AB Brisley, and today we got special guest Brandon Todd with me today. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How about you, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, chilling, trying to get through this coronavirus.
That's a fact.
Things like that. Glad for you to be with us here today. It's a blessing, man. It's just great for us to be able to to link up, be able to put out some more content. Everything because coronavirus is really shutting a lot of people down right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. They talking about. I seen an article. I think yesterday, I believe. Yeah, talking about Biden talking about shutting it down for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, Delaware. I feel like Delaware is definitely about to change up just because whatever he say definitely gonna happen out here.
Yeah, it's quiet. Yeah,
it's definitely gonna happen out here.
That's a fact. Yeah,
sure,
he running
sure.
shit.
Okay. So first, so the people that don't know, where you from?
I'm originally from New York.
Okay.
So I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay. Shout out to Brooklyn. Okay,
yeah,
Brooklyn in the house.
fact.
We got Brooklyn in the house today.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
So
dope.
yeah, originally from Brooklyn. Been out here for a little minute now though. I moved out here when I was like 17, so like my sophomore year, high school. Did my little thing out here, did my bit out here in high school. Moved back to New York for a couple more years.
Okay.
Lived in Philly for a little bit, then just came back to Delaware. So been around a little bit, you feel me? Been around.
Okay, yeah, you've been around the cities up here in the Northeast for sure. And I definitely think that probably had to played into what we're gonna get into, which with the clothing brand, with your clothing brand, artistic collections, New York for sure. Always been a forefront in fashion. Philadelphia, everybody's doing. A lot of people fashion. Two places where you can always find the trendiest fashion at. So I can see where that played into part with you into the fashion world. Again, just bringing up again, coronavirus. How has that affected you, your business, just personally? How's that going for you? Just how's coronavirus this year affected you?
Personally, honestly, it's been crazy. I ain't gonna front on you. I had got laid off, to be honest, keep it a bean with you. I was working at a car dealership, I was selling cars, things was doing good, you feel me? And then it's like, boom, I was in there working for like 6 months, started doing my thing, and then it's like, yeah, we gotta let you go. And it's just like, damn, that shit's crazy. Like, you feel me? But it is what it is, you feel me?
Life happens, man.
Life happens, you know what I mean? I ain't the type to really, be tripping on it.
Soaking
it's just,
it.
Yeah, soaking it in. At the end of the day, like I said, I got kids and all that. I got, ambitions, I got aspirations and stuff I'm trying to get accomplished. So on to the next, you feel me?
Word.
And then I kind of just took that and used it as more motivation to kind of, put that time and energy into my brand and my clothing. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to be my own boss.
As you
feel what I'm
should.
saying?
As you should.
So that's pretty much what it is. On the business aspect of it, the coronavirus is crazy because it kind of slowed up business for me because like a lot of the cut and sew things I get done overseas and different fabrics, getting that stuff to go through customs now is just crazy. It's like such a delay. So it kind of delayed, me getting product to my customers. But like I said, we working out the kinks. Like every day with this whole corona pandemic, I don't really know how it's gonna go. You feel me? So I'm just adapting to it day by day.
All right, that's all we can do is adapt and overcome for sure.
Yeah.
Why fashion? What made you get into fashion? Why fashion?
I always been creative
Mm-hmm.
and like to do things, like draw. Like my mom to tell you, I was always drawing Dragon Ball Z characters when I was
Word,
little.
me
Like,
too. Word, everybody, yeah.
That's where it started. Like I was always drawing or whatever. So I always been creative. I actually had before I actually ended up moving to Delaware. I actually got a scholarship to Pratt Institute. It was like one of the top art schools in New York at the time, and probably still is. So like that's pretty much what it was. So it wasn't really fashion. It was just like an outlet for me to be creative. And then, like I said, growing up in New York, you know how it is. Like you always see niggas was doing the Air Max 95s, niggas was doing the Pradas, niggas was doing
Fashion
the
center,
Peles,
fashion
niggas
center
was
in the US
doing, you
right
feel
there,
me? Yeah,
man.
like niggas was doing all type of shit, you feel me?
You can't be seen with the bum shit.
Nah,
you can't
facts,
be seen with the bum shit.
facts.
Not out here, not on the East Coast, bro. That's one thing you
Facts.
can't be out here is bummy.
Nah, not at all.
That.
Niggas get you out of here fast.
For sure,
So,
for sure.
yeah, and then you know how it is with Jordans every Saturday. You feel
Word.
me? Either we stand in the line or we not. You feel me?
Yeah, it's that simple.
It is what
Either
it
you
is.
getting
You
them
feel
or
me?
you not.
Either you getting them or you not. You feel
Exactly,
me?
exactly.
So that's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time, like me and my cousin would, get the Jordans. My cousins always stay with the Jordans. Sometimes, depending on how it was growing up for me, like it always wasn't there. You feel me? Sometimes we
Word.
might have to get some Uptowns or some fucking New Balances or whatever the case was. But at the end of the day, it's still fashion, nigga. It's how you put the shit
How you
together.
put it on.
You feel what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like it's how
exactly.
you put the shit together. You can fucking hit the thrift shop and have the shit looking crazy. You feel me? Niggas like, where did you get that from? Oh, thrift shop.
For sure, because everybody knows somebody that can get everything but can't put shit
Yeah,
together.
like you could have you could be popping tags, crazy shit be wild numbers, but just you know, I put the shit together, you look goofy.
Right. Exactly.
So,
Exactly. When were you first introduced to fashion design?
to be honest with you, it's crazy. What really got me in wanting to do clothes was actually Nipsey.
Shout out to Nipsey, man.
Yeah, where he rest in peace.
Rest in
Big
peace.
Nipsey fan. I caught on to Nipsey music. Victory Lap was the first time I actually really took the time out to listen to him. And my brother was like, "Yo, go check out his Crenshaw shit." So I'm like, "All right, cool." You know. Then I was like, "Damn, like this nigga be dropping gems. Like, you feel me? He was really on some shit." And I really started fucking with the nigga as a person and the music aspect of it. And then I was like, I seen what he did with the Marathon clothing line, and I'm like, damn,
Man.
I could do that shit too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because before I started getting into clothes, I should do like music. I still do music heavy. Like my brother, he's trying to start a record label, like OMD Records and shit. So, you know, still having that love for music, but seeing somebody who made that transition from making music to into fashion, that's when I was like, nah, I want to try this shit myself, and it's been like that ever since.
Okay, so shout out to Nipsey, man. I think he touched everybody, and it's the marathon closing. I could see he definitely showed where you can basically go from. He didn't really have what everybody usually thinks you need, somebody big cosign or something. He just got it off the muscle
Facts.
for sure. Um, what was the moment that fashion went from being just this hobby, something that you like to do, to it being the next level? For it to be something that, yo, this is what I want to put my life's work into, put my energy, and let's make this my real craft. When did that transition happen for you?
I think what it happened, honestly, it happened before I actually really got into clothes. And really doing the fashion thing. Cause like I got 2 kids, so like my time is like limited as far as like working all the time and spending time with them. Like you get what I'm saying? Like all my jobs would been like retail. So, you know, holidays, weekends. I missed my son's first birthday because of this shit. So it was just like, damn, I gotta find a way to where like I could boss up, but still like have time for my kids and
Balance.
You know what I mean? To do what the fuck I want to do and not be on someone else's time. You feel me? Because you can't get time back. It is what it is. So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, damn. So still trying to be creative and this, that, and the third. And then it's like after like really seeing what Nipsey did, I'm like, man, I could do the same shit. Like, you feel me? Like I could, whether it be clothes or anything, but mainly obviously clothes. I could do this clothes shit, really invest in myself, invest in the craft, learn the craft, invest in the business, see a return on my investment, and use that, you know what I mean, to, you know what I mean, be financially stable, but still be on my own schedule, my own time to be a dad when it calls time to be a dad and be at the birthday parties and the basketball games and the dance recitals and shit like that. So that has always been in the back of my mind, always. So now it's just like, all right, you got a business, treat it as such, and follow through with it, and then see where it take me.
Word, okay. And that all led to Artistic Collections being brought to life. Could you tell me how did the brand come about, Artistic Collections?
Yeah, so like sticking with the same concept of being creative, being artistic in the sense of like designing, because I feel like any art should be recognized and appreciated, whether do drawing, painting, dancing, whatever. You know what I mean? So I wanted to touch on that artistic aspect of it, because it goes so much further than clothes. But anybody that has some type of form of art, you know what I mean, that shit resonates with them. They can relate to it. You know what I mean? The collections aspect of it is like for my customers. Like you ever go to a museum or whatever, or like an exhibit, they have pieces, they call them collections.
Right.
You feel me? So anybody that purchased anything from me, whether it be a hoodie, a hat, jeans, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? You have a piece of that collection now. So now you're a part of that collection. You have a piece of that exhibit for that particular timeline and when I dropped it. So that's like, how I came up with the name, and that's how I view it.
Kind of time stamping. Every customer has their place in history.
In history, yep.
I like that. That's dope. You were talking about Nipsey Hussle before. Is there anybody else other than Nipsey Hussle that just influences you, just keeps you motivated, just inspires you in any way when it comes to your brand personally?
Yeah, definitely. My favorite designer is Bobby Hundreds.
Okay, who's that? I don't know who that is.
Bobby Hundreds. So it's a clothing line based out in California. It's called the Hundreds.
Okay, I know you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ben and Bobby Hundreds, they did that, made that clothing line, and always been inspired by like the pieces that they put out and shit like that. And it's crazy because I actually got to meet Bobby and chop it up with him.
That's dope.
Yeah, pick his brain. He had he dropped a book about last year. It was called This Is Just Not a T-Shirt. So the streetwear clothing shop on South Street called P's and Q's, he do business with them. So he had a book signing, a meet and greet and shit. So I ended up, driving out to Philly or whatever, networking, talking it up with him. He had just dropped his Rocky collaboration from the movie. So I had bought me the Rocky jacket or whatever, which is like hung up in my room and shit.
That's lit.
Ended up talking to him, picking his brain and shit like that. And yeah, man, it's just like he's like probably I would say my number one favorite fashion designer who's like really, really doing this thing with it. And I fuck with it I fuck with him because he don't treat the fashion and his brand as just like secluded. Like he's all about community and networking. Like he didn't collab with he just recently did a collab with Xbox, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Garfield. So like building that community and always giving back and shit. It like definitely he's a definitely dope dude.
Okay. Shout out to them. Shout out to Bobby Hundreds. How does it feel to work for yourself?
It feels good, man. You know how shit go, man. Have his good days and have his bad days, like any other job.
Ebbs and flows.
Yeah, but just having the ability to kind of do my own thing when I want to do it, move how I want to move, and not be told how to move. That feeling right there, son, is like priceless. You feel what I'm saying? It feels good to be my own boss, and I'm learning more about the business every day as I'm learning more about myself every day doing this shit.
Everyday process.
Hell yeah. So.
Everyday process, everyday struggle. You know what I mean? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Dream collab. I know Bobby Hundreds is probably one, but who are some people that you would just love to work with if you could, just if you had the opportunity to work with anybody?
I'm trying to think. Let me see. Definitely Bobby Hundreds be one. I'm trying to see. Probably Jordan. Okay. Probably Jordan brand, which is a reach right now, but we'll see what happens. But
Jordan, I say Georgia.
Yeah, that's a reach, but
that's dope though. That's you want to have those. You want to have those inspirations, bro, because it can happen. It can happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fact. You never know. It can happen. It could definitely happen. With artistic collections, what's your target audience? I know we had talked about it kind of offline, but for the people that don't know, is it something that you want to turn into maybe a high-end boutique? Is it something that you want everybody to be able to have access to? You talk to us about that.
Yeah, sure. Like, I want to stick to like more so like I would say my target audience is like any ages between like 18, 30, 35 who still like know what's going on. You know, we're not like solely like removed. I would say that's the like age bracket. Demographic wise, I would say like any city, like because that's where like I'm from, urban. You know what I mean? Kind of like a little bit of like the skater crowd as well too, with the hoodies. The people like the skateboard. But but I wouldn't necessarily say that I have like a target audience because I don't want to limit myself or the brand. So like I just want to keep really honestly focus on making like dope shit, and people keep gravitating to it, fucking with the creativity. But I'm not gonna limit myself for the brand. Say, oh look, this is the target market. It's that target market I always shoot for, because it's not. Like I make shit, I put it out there. If people receive it and accept it, cool. If they don't, then that's cool too. Because like everything ain't for everybody. But that's my view on it.
Okay. And where do you draw your inspirations for your work? Like I know some people, I know when it comes to making clothes, it can be anything from a bus going by. It can be from a book you read. It can be from some music. Like where do you draw your inspiration from to then take that and put it into artwork and create clothes?
Kind of the same thing. I keep it organic. I definitely don't go into making designs or making clothes into like, all right, so boom, I'm gonna sit down today. I want to make this jacket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's more like how you feel.
Kind of, yeah, what I'm feeling that day. Obviously, it's going to be within reason as far as what the season is. You know what I mean? But I don't like whatever comes to mind, whatever how I'm feeling, because I like for it to be natural instead of me forcing. Because I'm literally drawing everything from scratch. These ideas from scratch. I kind of want it just flows better that way. And just kind of like everyday life, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I like this color, I like that color. I wonder if I fuck around and put them two together on this, how that shit would look. Like, you know what I mean? I'll just go home and try this shit out. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. But like everyday inspiration, because like people fail to realize, especially like being like, I wouldn't call myself a graphic designer, but more so just a creator at heart. People don't even realize, like sometimes like when you just go into like a Starbucks, you see how the menu's laid out, or like for example, like their logo on the cup. Like someone took the time out to draw that and make that. So like I just kind of be really observant of my environment where I'm around and pull different like inspirations from different things and just willing to try new shit. That's all.
Okay. Can you describe how was the beginning when you first started out with making artistic collections? Could you just tell us about how that was? I know the beginning can always be some of the most ups and downs, some of the most craziest stories. So could you just tell us about the beginnings of artistic collections? How was that? How was that experience?
Yeah, man, that shit was rough, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was rough. Like anything when you first try it and like you don't know what the fuck you're doing until until you do it or whatever. But yeah, it was like when I first started, like I wasn't even making nothing myself. I would go to Champs, Foot Locker, get some blank T-shirts, some shorts, and I would like just put artistic collections. Oh, this looks like something, and then I would actually take it to a vinyl shop, like the vinyl kiosk in the mall, and just put it on there and slap it on there and call it a day. So that shit was like kind of rough because I wanted to kind of cut out the middleman and do it myself.
Yeah, but you also didn't want to sell yourself short at the same time.
Exactly. So like I'm buying all the equipment now. I'm buying vinyl cutters. I'm buying vinyl. I'm buying all this shit and don't know how to use it. I remember one day, I was like, man, this shit not cutting right. Why the fuck it's not cutting right? Whole time I was loading the fucking vinyl in the machine backwards, upside down the whole time for like 2 weeks. And finally one day I just kind of figured that shit out. Like, man, this shit ain't supposed to look like this. So, and then just spending hours on YouTube, DIY, how to, print on T-shirts and shit like that. So I would say for like maybe the first year, I ain't see no bread, son. Like I ain't see no bread because I'm spending bread trying to learn how to do this shit. You feel me? I'm a stubborn nigga sometimes. Like I want to learn how to do it myself.
Trust me, I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, so first year was tough, but then after a while, I was like, all right, I got the hang of it. Started getting my little niche, my little like techniques that work for me, and kind of just went up from there.
Okay. And through all that, how were you able to stay focused, stay motivated?
Like I said, my kids keep me motivated. You know what I mean? Because I want to provide for them a life that I never had, and like take them places, show them things that I never got to see growing up. And then mainly too, me just being who I am. Like you only get one life, so like I'm trying to make the best of this shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's my time to go. I want to be like, all right, well, I accomplished this, I accomplished that. Maybe check everything off the bucket list, but shit, I made it do what it do while I was here. You feel me?
Word. So that's all we can do. Yeah. Try your best with the time that we have, for sure. Anything with growing the business, especially with fashion, I've learned that one of the things that you guys not always find trouble in, but once you find it, it helps a lot, is developing a team. Could you tell me about that? Have you developed a team? Are you still in the workings of making that team? Like, could you just tell me how you are with that?
Yeah, so I got a solid team. I can't front. Shout out to my man Turt. One of my graphic dudes when I need him. My boy Ra. Shout out to Simply Productions. He helped me all the time. My boy Knight Block. You know what I mean? My whole O&D gang. They always hold me down. And whatnot. Shout out to Nay. And just man. Like I got strong friends and family as well too. I'm stuck at fucking remembering names and shit like that if I feel like I forgot anybody. But anybody, you know who you are. If I ever came to you for advice or you ever bought anything from me, just those people in general, I appreciate it. Anybody that really support it, honestly, I feel you're part of the team.
Okay. So everybody's part of the team.
Yeah.
That's good. No, that's good because I've even on myself just with business, it's hard. I think it's hard for us to, like you said, sometimes you can be stubborn, but it's hard to like find those people that are actually there to actually help you out for what you want to do. You know what I mean? And they're actually going to support your dream.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But artistic collections, is this something that you see, fashion shows, pop-up shops? Is that something that you've done or see yourself doing soon with artistic collections?
Yeah, I've done a few pop-up shops here in Delaware. Not a lot, but I'm about to start actually getting into that now. Now that I got like the foundation of the like making the clothes and getting everything done how I want to move now. So I'll definitely be looking into like pop-up shops. Definitely want to do some fashion shows and shit like that with this fucking Corona shit. It's crazy. Me and my man, shout out to my man Nerd in New York. He got a clothing line called Dogo Boy. Me and him actually just talking about it today, actually putting together our own fashion show. Our own, not fashion show, our own pop-up shop in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So kind of host our own thing. So yeah, definitely, depending on how this Corona shit go, hopefully shit die down, we'll see. If it do, definitely be seeing artistic collections out more on the forefront.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, this coronavirus thing is crazy. It's crazy right now.
Wow.
Switching things up onto another note, mental health. I always ask people about mental health. Could you tell me about your definition of mental health and what that means to you?
Yeah, mental health is like making, honestly, really just taking the time to really evaluate where you are, making sure like mentally, spiritually, and physically you're intact, and taking the time out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I got kids, my kids always gonna come first. Once they're taken care of, even sometimes I gotta push the business back. You know what I mean? Because I gotta make sure mentally I'm okay to deal with whatever I'm dealing with or to tackle any new challenges. Because a lot of times we feel like we may be okay and we'll just kind of keep pushing through it.
Right.
When in reality it's like, nah, I'm not okay. And it's okay to be not okay. That's what people,
exactly,
and that's what people fail to realize. Like, it's okay not to be okay. You feel me? Sometimes it's okay to like just kind of let that shit out. You gotta cry, or whatever it is. It's okay not to be okay. You address it. You do what you gotta do. You know what I mean, to find your peace. But then it's like you gotta keep pushing though too. So that's what it mean to me.
Okay. And how do you keep yourself just daily keep you mentally on the up and up, like meditation, things like that? What do you do?
I smoke.
hey, I'm right there with you. I smoke all the time. I smoke before this, smoke after that. I was in the military before this, so man, ain't nothing like a calm mind.
Yeah, facts. Kind of just mellowed me out and helped being creative too.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of just smoke. Cook, if I ain't got my kids, I'll FaceTime them, see their little smiles, hang out with them, play some Call of Duty, hang out with the homies, bust it up.
Right.
Maybe go have a little drink or whatever. You know what I mean? Regular nigga shit.
Okay. Now that's dope, bro. As long as you're doing something and I like to hear that you have the awareness of yourself to at least know that, mental health is something that's important. Because especially with, in our community, Black men, a lot of people, shrug stuff off, always, we taught to, not really say nothing, just grind that shit out. So it was good for me to hear that that it's okay to not be okay and to, seek help and to help yourself. I mean, that's dope. Going back into it, you're a father, Black father, and Black fathers aren't always getting the best rap out here, for the effort that they do. So can you tell me just how the balance, even if I know you talked about it a little bit, but just more in depth, just about just balancing being the Black father that you want to be and also being the Black businessman that you want to be.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like I said, it's tough, like especially with like having to work retail and missing like events that I wanted to be at or always not wanting to be there kind of made me do this like shift. So it's definitely tough. As much as I want to be there for events and this, that, and the third, like I got to make sure bread is still coming through the crib to be able to provide for them because that's what's most important. So like that was a lot of sacrifice and went into that. And, my kids are still young. They 7 and 4. So, but they'll understand. You know what I mean? They'll understand as they get older. You know what I'm saying? And just really finding balance because honestly, at the end of the day, I just be like, look, man, I'm doing the best that I can with what I've got. You feel me? Because like I said, I'm from New York. I never came from no silver spoon. You feel me? Right. Like everything I got, I put the work in. You feel what I'm saying?
I earned it.
Yeah, I earned it. You know what I mean? From the muscle, no handout, no nothing. Like I did it on my own. So, and it's just like, just some days I just don't be feeling like, damn, man, I'm a fucked up dad. I can't do this. I couldn't do that. But at the same time, it's like, well, because I couldn't do that, because I couldn't do this, like, yo, boom, you got Jordans, you got your book bag, you got your school supplies, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Word.
And so I just kind of keep giving myself sometimes those daily reminders. I like, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. My kids don't want for shit. And then at the same time, like I said, I'm here with you, kicking this dope-ass interview. So,
man.
I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do for my business, right? So, like, every day, some days, the seesaw tilts one way or the other. But like I said, it's a work in progress.
Okay. And getting back into the fashion, what are your favorite type of pieces to make? Like hoodies, shirts, pants? Is there any certain pieces that you look forward to making?
Yeah, me, like, I love making hoodies. Like, I'm just a hoodie dude. Like,
New York, man.
Yeah, I'm just a hoodie dude. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like,
hoodie season is real.
Yeah, hoodie in the Scully. Like I said, I don't really do. I'm skinny, but like, it be brick in New York. So like, this ain't really compared to Delaware. It's not as bad. But I'll just do like when I was going to school out there, I catch the bus. I throw my hoodie on, my jeans, my sneakers, and I'll just hoodie up. That was it. You feel me? So I love making hoodies. I ain't really a big jacket type of dude.
Okay, yeah. See, I like jackets. I've always been a big jacket guy. I like jackets. But hoodies is definitely, again, that New York influence definitely comes into play because hoodie season is real up there. For sure. Let's see, going into some other things, just still staying on the fashion. Is there anybody that you would like to see in your clothes? Like, just in particular, like, and you know how some people, some celebrities or just people of note sometimes will collab with certain fashion designers out there, just to get their stuff out there. Is there anybody that you would always want to be able to see rock your clothes, rock artistic collections?
I'd probably say, honestly, probably Kanye.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kanye. This is a Kanye friendly channel.
Yeah. Oh.
This is a Kanye. This is a Kanye friendly network. Hey, that's the one guy.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
You get Kanye fucking with you on the fashion, you don't got nothing else to worry about.
Yeah, I fuck with Kanye. I fuck with Kanye heavy. Like he like high school. like in New York, I would stay on the bus bumping like College Dropout,
Word.
shit like that. And then
Teddy Bear.
Yeah. I remember that shit. Fucking purple CD with the yellow outline. College Dropout beer. Yup. I had 2 copies. One I never opened, and one I bought just to fucking play.
So one you kept just on timeless note.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I just fuck with it. Sometimes some call him genius, some call him crazy. I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, he's an innovator, and that's all I really give a fuck about.
Word. Okay, switching things up on another note. The presidential election, man. How do you feel about that? Just your thoughts on the presidential election. Where we at right now? State of the country. What are your just quick thoughts on that? You don't gotta go in depth.
Yeah, but, that's a whole fucking thing. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's good that Trump's no longer in office.
Right.
It's good that someone else is there. Biden, he has a lot of good ideas. That he wants to, put in place. So we'll wait and see. My personal feel on it, like I don't really fuck with politics. It's not for us. Us being like blacks, because at the end of the day, it's a system built for whites, made for whites, built by whites.
Word. Agree
to
that.
I mean, it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll wait and see what he does and kind of go from there. Hopefully he does some good in the city for blacks and just people of color. And just in general, we'll see what kind of impact he does as a president. I don't really got too much to say on it because it's still early.
Okay, bet. And so another question. With coronavirus, a lot of people, artists, as you know, have been finding different ways, putting out different content. A lot of content has been pushed out this year. If you could tell me, what's your favorite music that you've just been listening to this year? I always try to get everybody's music taste.
I think as far as rap go, Lil Baby.
Okay, yeah.
Like
he got snubbed, man. Didn't get that award. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, but I just was like, I thought Lil Baby definitely should have got Artist of the Year for this year.
Yeah, he ran this whole year. If anybody say any different, they hating. Like that nigga he black this year. Like he's bad. Everything he killed everything he touched this year. As far as that go, shit, R&B tip, kind of just a little bit of everything. New school, old school.
Okay, that's dope. Uzi and Future just dropped today.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't even get a chance to listen to it yet.
Well, when you do, they did their thing on there. Copy. Very Shaq and Kobe like.
Oh shit.
very Shaq. It's pretty good. Like it's pretty good. They did their thing on there for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that shit out.
For sure. For you coming up, and I know you from New York, you being in front of a lot of things. There's people that look up to you. I know you got your kids, but there's probably other people that don't know you, that you don't know, that look up to you. If you could just give like a quick message to the youth just about following your dreams, you know what I mean? What would that be?
Yeah, always believe in yourself. The road we travel is never gonna be easy. But you gotta stay persistent. You gotta stay dedicated. Be your own motivation. Don't rely on people to motivate you. Just know that no obstacle is never too big that you can't overcome. And what's for you is gonna be for you, and who's in your corner is gonna always be in your corner if they're really for you. You know what I'm saying? So don't, feel any type of way because you feel like you don't necessarily get the support that you feel like you should be getting from certain individuals and this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, it's your vision, not theirs. So you want to see it through. Leave that street shit alone, son. Like if you're trying to do some shit, if you're in the hood. You in the hood, like that's where I come from. That's where a lot of us come from. But you know what I mean. You don't want to die there. You born there, but you ain't gotta die there. You feel what I'm saying?
Word.
So everybody's circumstances, situations is different, but just know that you can rise above it at the end of the day if that's something that you really want out of life and want to do with your life.
Okay. Word. Thank you for those words, man. Appreciate that. What are your goals for the next 2 or 3 years, personally, professionally, with your business? What are your goals?
Yeah, so main few goals I'm looking into the next 2 years. I want to open my own flagship store. I have my own storefront. I haven't really decided location. I'm probably going to be New York.
Yeah,
more than likely going to be New York. But open my own flagship store. Keep expanding the brand. I definitely want to get my stuff into some retailers. But I'm really picky about that because I don't want to kind of sell out and conform to like what they feel is trendy or this, that, and the third.
Right. You want to keep it. you want to keep your thoughts. That's what it is.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah, I don't want to follow any trends and this is hot. Like, I mean, what was one of them shits a couple years ago? The hoodie with the fucking short sleeve hoodies and the distressed and shit. Like, like that was a trend or whatever. But you don't see
that joint was there for 3-4 months.
Yeah, it's gone. So I don't want no shit like that. So I'm putting together different lookbooks and stuff like that I have on tuck that I will start be sending out to retailers to see if they want to buy in. But like I said, we'll be selective and kind of go from there. Main thing, like I said, definitely want to open my own storefront in New York and kind of go from there. Definitely want to get into LA at some point, check out the fashion district and get my shit out there as well too. Cause like LA culture and the LA in just general is just fucking dope. So I just want to make my way out there.
Everybody I know that likes fashion loves LA, man. LA is a place to be for sure.
Facts. So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. Where can your new fans find you at? Like where can we go and get all this great merch? If they want to link with you, if they want to learn more about you, where can they find you at?
Yeah, so you can check out the Instagram. So it's artistic collections _ my IG page. If you want to shop, check out the website. It's idon'tdofashion.com. Subscribe to like the newsletter. You get all the emails, up to date stuff, discounts and shit like that. So that's pretty much where it's at. I ain't too crazy on the platforms, but definitely Instagram and check out the website and kind of go from there.
Okay. Well, this was a great interview, bro. Thank you for the opportunity for one. Artistic Collections, man, it was dope. Again, we're gonna have to have you in here soon. Hopefully, this ain't the last one. Definitely got to follow up and make sure everybody stays on their grind out there. So this is Savage Time TV. I'm your host, AB Brizzly. And again, thank you for coming through, man. Artistic Collections, Brandon Todd, CEO. It was awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. Shout out. And again, go and cop that Uzi in Future immediately. That shit is fucking flame. Fire. Again, see you guys. Peace.